Hey guys, what's up? My name is Trifes, and in today's video we're gonna be talking about TACHANKA. I have 3 ideas to buff him slash rework him, so let's get started. First things first, we have an idea which is going to be a buff to the current TACHANKA that we have right now. We all know that since the latest buff that gave him a shield, he is now more playable, but not nearly as we hoped that he would be. He's still very weak. He can be taken out with an array of tactics, gadgets, etc. So one way which I thought that will make him even more viable than he is now, he's not gonna be god tier, he's not gonna be overpowered, that's for sure, but he is going to be more viable as an option, is give him a bigger shield. You're gonna see a picture in a second, guys. This basically is an extension to the shield that he already has on his turret. This shield will cover from his knees towards his torso, meeting up with the first shield that Ubisoft added some time ago. Each of these two shields will have 500 HP, much as we have now. And in addition to this addition of the second shield, he will have less recoil, possibly even 50 to 60 or 70% less recoil. Now after this buff he might be slightly more viable, but he's not gonna be overpowered, that is for sure. I would love to see such a change or such a buff to be tested in the technical test servers. The addition of the second shield will be basically eliminate the need for the deployable shield to be placed in front of you to be protected from bullets. This is going to be much more appreciated by players, especially TACHANKA's mains, which they are very rare. That's it for idea number one. If you have any more options to add to this idea, or maybe a way to improve it, feel free to write it down in the comments. Moving on to idea number two. The idea number two, which has been an idea that have been suggested in the forums, Rainbow Six Siege Reddit, and even on comments on YouTube videos, which is just give him the 6PA1 instead of his current turret. This particular LMG that you're gonna see a picture right here is used by Fuse for as a primary weapon. It's a very good LMG, decent damage, decent rate of fire, very high magazine, and access to a number of attachments. If we gave this LMG as a third weapon to TACHANKA, as basically an LMG with the ACOG, ability to have access to all the accessories that is available for this particular gun, I think this will be a very big buff for TACHANKA. Are we gonna see him in the pro leagues? Are we gonna see him in very high ranked plays and like high elo players? Probably not, but we're gonna see him around somewhere between very low platinum and high gold up to the rest of the ranks. This is gonna make him more viable. He's gonna have a very powerful weapon with access to the ACOG. He's gonna be able to hold down angles. He's gonna be able to keep his own against fast and aggressive operators because he has that high damage. This will allow him to kill any operators from 3 to 5 bullets. I'm talking body shots. That's a very big buff to an operator who only has access to an SMG. Although his SMG is not bad, but again, this is going to be a huge buff than sitting around in the objective or in some corner on a stationary turret with somewhat crappy recoil, with no means of actually seeing your target because you basically have the crosshair. You're gonna be able to hold down corners, doorways, objective much more because you're gonna have access to ACOG or even a simplified one-time magnification scope that you're going to be able to see the target. You're going to have a big magazine. You're going to have a very powerful weapon to actually keep the attacking team from pushing you or even kill them. Now, even if you run out of ammo, let's say that you only have access to maybe 100 bullets, basically one magazine, even if after you maybe get a kill or two with this LMG of yours, you're gonna still have access to your SMG. One of the benefits of using his SMG is it's pretty accurate. It has very little recoil and very manageable. So imagine that, like, you run out of ammo, you immediately swap to your SMG, you take down the enemy, and you have access to a very good pistol. Now you're gonna have three guns, three powerful guns, because the pistol, especially the PMM, is quite a decent pistol. I killed a lot of people using only that pistol and took them down from 100 HP to 0 within 3 or 4 shots. I think this buff might be useful to Tachanka. I think it's a nice rework, and I think it's a much needed rework. And I would love to see this being implemented or tested in the technical test servers. I think it's somewhat easy to do with Tachanka because it's basically giving him the option of another weapon. Now, for the latest or for the last idea on our list today, make his turret a remote control turret. Meaning, you're gonna see a picture right here. It's a simple concept. You basically make his turret robotic. You can control it from a further distance, much like Echo. With his ability to control his drone, you're gonna be able to control your stationary turret. You're just gonna place it anywhere on the map and keep an eye on it. If the enemy pushes that angle, that certain place, you're gonna be able to kill them, take them down. But instead of you being like in the hot seat, if we could say so, you're gonna be able to keep clear, stay safe. I think this is one of the most interesting ideas about Tachanka, and I would love to see it being implemented, or a rework of this particular idea. This is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any suggestions, any ideas, feel free to write them down in the comments, and see you guys in another video.